Kia ora and welcome to this introductory video on photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? Well, photosynthesis is the process which by plants make their energy. They take sunlight, they take carbon dioxide, and they merge these things together to make food. We in turn will eat that food or eat something that has eaten that food, like a cow. So how does this process work? Well, it is simpler if I just draw you a diagram. So here we have my pretty flower, or a plant of any type that photosynthesizes. Now, what's important is it needs a few key ingredients to make it work. Now, the reason I have drawn the leaves in green is that because this is where the magic happens. In the leaves are these tiny little organelles that are only found in plant cells called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the production factory of photosynthesis. It's where the energy is taken from the sunlight and converted into glucose or sugar. And that sugar is then stored as starch, and we eat numerous vegetables such as potatoes that are really high in energy, and it's because of this process. So what do we need first? Well, we need this. We need sunlight. Sunlight is a form of energy. This energy is converted from being a wavelength of light into a compound that is known as starch. What else do we need? Well, you often hear of plants breathing in what we breathe out, and that is carbon dioxide. So our carbon dioxide comes in from the atmosphere, from organisms that breathe it out, and we also create quite a bit of carbon dioxide through all the industry and cars that we have as well. That's actually quite a bad thing, but that's for another video. So we have carbon dioxide. Now you notice I've done CO2. When we go into chemistry, you'll understand that that is the symbol equation for carbon dioxide. Di meaning two, oxygens. So the carbon dioxide diffuses into the leaves. That's another good word you could learn. Okay, so diffuses into the leaves and into the chlorophyll. We need one more ingredient, and that is, if you haven't ever been a gardener or watered your plants, you'll know why they didn't live for very long. So we've got water down here, which is also known as H2O, which you've probably heard of before as well. The chemical equation for water. So water is another key reactant for the equation, the chemical reaction that is photosynthesis. So sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water, some very important reactants to create photosynthesis. Now, through a very complex chain of intense biochemistry in the chlorophyll, in the chloroplasts, occurs photosynthesis. We won't go into that into this video. This is just an introduction to what you need to think about for your investigation into growing plants. So, what comes out? What are the products of this process? So, the products of this process are as follows. We get, obviously, our stored energy. So we get our stored energy, which is made as glucose, and it's actually a sugar, so a form of sugar, and starch is just a long chain of glucose molecules joined together to create a more stable molecule to store, so the plant doesn't use it all up. So that's the main important thing that is stored from photosynthesis, but also as a byproduct or the waste of a plant is the one thing that we need. And the thing that is excreted out of the plant is this magic molecule, O2. O2, you'll know, stands for oxygen. And that's really important for us animals that need oxygen to breathe, and fish in the water and things like that. So it's this beautiful circle of life. You've seen that in The Lion King, of what we breathe out, the plants use, and then what they breathe out, we need as well. So, photosynthesis, key ingredients, the key reactants, the things that go into this equation are sunlight and energy, carbon dioxide, and water. And what is produced is really important. We've got the stored energy in the form of glucose sugar and starch, and the waste product of oxygen. Hope that is some new information for you to process. If you're thinking about what things affect plant growth, then I would direct your attention to the following. How much sunlight does a plant actually need? How much CO2 is important for plant growth? And finally, what is the impact of water on growing a plant? 3 key variables that you might want to manipulate. Catch you in class.